We're doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with their friends.
Okay, so boom. So in today's day and age, right? Fitness is a hot topic.
Most
Steaming,
definitely,
bro. There's so much information out there. There's so many ways to get fit. You got so many different diets. You got options on options, right? I even hopped on the carnivore diet because of Joe Rogan. I'm a groupie, I'll admit it. So I lasted all of 2 weeks because I've been raised on rice and beans, right? Typical Dominican. So with that being said, though, there's one diet in particular I don't think I could partake, man. I just don't think I could
You don't got it?
It is difficult, and I do not have that type of discipline. Okay, so boom. Vegans.
Vegans.
It's a hot topic because I feel like it's taken off, right? It's become not just a diet. It's become an
a
ism.
community or
It's
ism.
It's become an ism, right?
Veganism.
It becomes something bigger than just a diet, right? So let's lay down the ground rules, right? Let's lay down the groundworks. What is a vegan? I'm ignorant about a lot of things, but I think a vegan is somebody who doesn't eat animal byproducts, and they don't eat meat, and they don't eat anything with a fish, or they don't eat anything with a face.
Yeah, there we
because
go.
if they ate fish, they'd be a pescatarian.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
So, what's your take? What's your experience?
So my take on veganism, could not do it.
Couldn't.
I like that delicious, sautéed, excellent, medium rare, salty, juicy steak.
Yes.
Gotta have that prime rib or that prime ounce of steak. And not to mention the milk. I've been a mama's boy, milk boy since day one,
bro. You've been on that nip since day
Yup.
one, bro.
Dude, I could not go without milk. I drink so much of it, you know.
I agree with you, man. Animals are such a big part of my diet. I don't think that I could ever sacrifice that. I've tried many different diets. That's just the one, man. But it's also, there's a lot of things to it that's off-put. Have you ever messed with like a vegan or had any experience with it?
Only one, and it's a crazy story. So what had happened was I met this girl.
Okay.
And I've never met anyone like this. She was a vegan,
Okay.
yoga,
Okay.
mermaid,
Wait. A mermaid.
and a crystal worshiper. Or I'm not sure what the whole...
A crystalite.
A crystalite, maybe.
Crystalite.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. I mean, it's 2020. Anybody could be anything. I think I did read somewhere you could go to like a school. Like I think there's institutions become professional mermaids.
Yes, you can become a
Right?
professional
You
mermaid.
can become a professional mermaid. So I guess she was going down that path.
I think she's certified.
Right.
And she's also a certified yoga instructor.
Side note, is it bestiality if like you mess with a certified mermaid?
That's a good question. That's crazy. I'm not trying to get... No comment.
No comment.
No comment.
No.
Anyways, this is an outrageous story. Everything that happened from day one. Day one, I met these girls. They're your typical happy-go-lucky, cutesy, lovey-dovey girls. It's vegan mermaid girl and her best girlfriend who's not vegan mermaid, but she's gluten-free Crystalite. All
Okay.
right?
So they both like the crystals.
They both like the crystals.
Okay.
They like to charge them under the full moonlight. Go skinny dipping sometimes.
They like to
charge
rub
those
their crystals
They
together?
love rubbing those crystals together. You know what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Got that private room. Rub those crystals together under the full moonlight.
They seem like the woke final bosses.
Exactly.
Like after you've gone through all the woke, that's your last stop.
Yeah.
That's your last one.
The final boss.
Okay.
The final boss of vegans. Anyways. There are a few signs that I should have recognized straight off the bat. Probably
mermaid is
the mermaid
probably
thing.
probably the number one.
And then the crystal thing was a little off-putting, but I stuck with it. I'm a nice guy, a little too nice sometimes. So that got me into some trouble. It let some things get out of hand. Basically, a whole bunch of stuff boiled to a point. I told them that I didn't really mess with the whole crystal thing or the
You disagreed on their views.
I disagreed, but I was like, let's agree to disagree and
Okay.
not be...
Was that enough for them?
It was not, because like you were saying earlier, it becomes a high horse or a moral high ground. It's like out of here, out of this dimension, different hurts, weird vibes.
Weird hurts. So
Yeah.
it was like, was it because if you didn't have their point of view, especially when it came to like diets and stuff like that, it automatically made you a bad person in
It
their
made
eyes?
me lesser.
It made you lesser. Yeah.
Yeah.
Less woke.
So what happened was they would take me out to do stuff all the time. They were pretty pushy. And it boiled to a point, and then I threw a party for my friend getting in from Utah, just moving into Honolulu. She needed to meet some peeps, so I got the boys rounded up, the whole squad, because you know that when you've got the homegirl, you've got to show up with the sausage
A
fest.
smorgasbord.
You gotta pull up with the selection.
But if you pull up with a smorgasbord, you know there's gonna be meat on there. So I'm assuming that the vegans
They couldn't mess
weren't
with it, bro.
invited. Okay.
Anyways, we had this beef party, and they were very upset that they were not invited to the barbecue. They were upset, and I just didn't understand why
So
they didn't.
they felt like a little rejected. Like
They
it was
felt
a
left
person.
out of the barbecue, and
But you didn't really know them like that, right?
I didn't really
just for
know
context,
them like that. I had
like,
just
they were
met them.
Yeah.
It'd been a month or two, just trying to like feel things out. Anyways, whole bunch of my friends at the party that knew them, and one of the girls that was there that knew them, got a few missed calls, and they called me a few times as well. Then gluten-free Crystalite homegirl rose up at one point, kind of ruins the vibe, and on top of that, they were super mad that I brought this one girl who was already over at my house.
Yeah.
The next day, I think that we're all past this. I'm like, I'm gonna distance myself. They're too much for me right now.
Okay.
You know?
Fair.
The next day, they stopped me on the streets, bro. I'm on a walk.
Well, they caught you out in the
the
streets?
bus, bro. Yeah, they hunted me down in these streets. Damn. They pulled over in their car and said, "Can you get in? Can we drive somewhere? Can we talk right now?" I was like, "Nah, I gotta catch a bus. I'm walking this way. You can meet me at the bus stop."
Right.
And they said, "All right, well, we're gonna go park the car, come back with us, and then walk to the bus stop again." I was like, "Nah, I'm gonna wait right here."
A little pushy, huh?
Yeah, a
demanding.
little bit. And then they rolled up on me, and they had an intervention with me.
A vegan intervention.
A vegan intervention. And I just rolled with the punches. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get through this conversation, distance myself, not talk anymore. I go, all my homies ask me what happens, because small town, I'm living in Laie. Small town, everybody sees what's going on. They say, "What's going on? What's the word?" And I say, "We had an intervention. I was uncomfortable with it, and I'm pretty upset about it."
Right.
That's all that I said. Word gets around town. There's gossip. They say, the next day, I get the classic angry girl text.
Okay.
"I can't believe that you've done this. You've hurt my feelings. I can't believe you would go and talk
You
behind our backs
betrayed.
like that.
Betrayed
Right
us.
after I gave you that last chance." They said,
Last chance.
"I know. Last chance. Can you believe this?"
It's as if they were like, it's an honor or a privilege
Or
to
some
be our,
opportunity to be
Yeah.
our friend.
like you're blessed to be in our presence.
Exactly.
Isn't that weird? Because I mean, mermaid aside, right?
Mermaid
I see
aside.
this a lot. Like, you should be grateful that I gave up the nani. You should be grateful that we let you come here or whatever. Like,
Just
that,
so that
isn't
you
that
can-
like a really weird narcissistic thing to think?
It is.
That you should be grateful that I even like gave you the opportunity. I don't know. Side note. That's just
Side
such a
tangent,
weird. That's
but-
just such a weird thing.
Anyways, I thought that all my problems ended there. I was like, all right, peace. I sent this chick a pamphlet of a text, those ones that you read the last line,
sentence.
swipe out.
Yeah.
I was like, all right,
Done.
clean my hands of this,
Washed.
gonna leave. And weeks go by, week or two. I'm at a function at the beach, and we're all having a great time. Ukulele playing, guitar strumming,
Oh, it's a
homies
party.
off in the corners, smoking, drinking, and the like. We're having a great time, and then I get the word from some homies coming in from the parking lot that Mermaid Girl and Crystalite Girl are here. And I say to myself, you know what? I'm going to be the bigger guy. I'm going to take off right now, not deal with this. I've had my fun. I'm ready to go home. I'm just going to walk back to my house. It's close. I start walking towards the parking lot, and it's dark, super dark at night. Don't have my flashlight out. Walking down the trail, there's some foliage. Scares me to death. Crystalite girl grabs me. She is drunk as all hell. She is sauced over. She is really shit-faced. And she goes, oh, I need you to come help me find one of my friends right now. She's like in trouble. She's passed out drunk. She grabs me by the arm before I can say anything else. Very tight grip, by the way. Must note
those
that.
crystals
Those type bros.
Yeah.
She's got that crazy crystal strength. Anyways, she takes me over to the spot where her homegirl was, and she starts freaking out. She's like, she's not here. She's she must have gotten lost or like gotten abducted or something. A mutual friend of ours rolls up, says that the girl that I saw earlier and said that I think that's your friend was the friend and got
the mermaid.
No. Different friend got sauced over. She gets taken home because remember, mermaid girl's vegan. She don't drink. She don't do nothing like that. Full vegan, yogini, mermaid, crystalite girl. Right. The healthiest of the healthiest. Anyways, they take the friend back, and we're just sitting there, and then she's like, oh, whoa. Can you take me back to the parking lot? And then she grabs onto my side and clings onto me. I was like, guess I don't have a choice now. Right. So at this point, it's my responsibility to walk drunk white girl back to the parking lot. And you know what? I'm okay with it. I'll be being a good dude. I'll be a good dude. Samaritan. I won't say much. I'll let her have her say, and I'll drop her off at the parking lot. Dropping off, she starts like trying to make up, saying some sorries. I was like, all right, whatever. Walking down, and then next thing you know, full steam. 110 pounds of vegan muscle. Vegan fury rushing right at me. Hits me both hands. Push me as hard as she could. Hard in the chest, and of course I take 2 steps back because she's not she's not eating that meat, so she doesn't have much behind it. But she had beef, or not beef.
I don't think vegans could have beef.
She had broccoli.
She had broccoli
with me. Yeah. Anyways, she pushed me back. She says, "Stay the F away from my best friend," uncensored, which is crazy because she never swears. And I was like, "Whoa, she was really mad. She was so mad, making a huge scene." And I'm like, really? For real? I'm going to walk your girlfriend back? And then this is where the crazy in both of them comes out. Homegirl, mermaid girl, starts just trying to make it a bigger scene by, like, looking around for people immediately as soon as that happens. And then Crystalite homegirl starts yelling out all kinds of crazy stuff. She's like, no, Kavika, we love you. We forgive you. Please come back. We just want to be friends. And I'm like, to hell with that. Right. I walk my butt 2 miles around the edge of the point, walk around to my friend's car, get in, we blast.
See, and that's the crazy part about it. I hate when I see this happen. I see it a lot, right? Somebody's trying to do something good for somebody, and then all of a sudden, like, another party comes in and blows things out of proportion. And in that case, right, you're a dude. If a girl is yelling at you, you are automatically
the bad guy.
You are automatically guilty of whatever it was that seemed to be, right? If a woman is yelling at you at a party or out in the streets, you are guilty of treason. Whatever it looks like you did it.
You're scum. You're the worst of the worst.
Dude, people will fight you for no reason.
For no reason.
That's crazy, man. And it's all because it all stemmed from the fact that you didn't see eye to eye. You weren't buying into the you didn't want to rub crystals. You weren't really buying the veganism, right? I think you know, your story is far from unique. It's a crazy story, but there's people out there that get backlash all the time. There's a UFC fighter, Sean O'Malley, and he started his career. He got known as the vegan UFC fighter. The minute that he went on a podcast and he was like, "Hey, I'm not vegan," they turned on him, and it was nothing but like fury, vegan fury. I'm neither here or there. Vegans should stay as a diet. Just because you're vegan doesn't make you a better person. You could still be a scumbag. You could still be a racist. You could still be a bigot. Just because you're vegan doesn't mean you're a good person. I want to put that out there. Just because you eat meat doesn't mean you're a bad person, and it doesn't mean you're a good person.
And not to hate on vegans by any means. There's some cool vegan people out there, I'm sure.
But there's also like some pushy ones.
Yeah,
there's some push.
Listen, I'm taking a break from the vegans right now. No offense to any vegans. I just need some me time before I can try and find some cool vegans.
Yeah,
you know?
You need some meat.
I need some meat time. You know.
I guess I just have some honest questions for vegans. If there's any vegans out there, let me know in the comment section, because I have questions. I have questions. Okay, so boom. Vegans cannot eat animal byproducts, right? And correct me if I'm wrong, humans are animals. I know people don't like to think that we are, but like we definitely are. We definitely are animals.
We're part
mammals.
of a food chain.
Yeah, we're in there. And my biggest question is, can vegans swallow the nut? Because that's an animal byproduct.
And it's protein. Can you?
Bro, if you're vegan, could you swallow the nut?
I don't think so. It's definitely a byproduct.
I think
There's
it's
no
breaking
getting
the
past
rules.
that.
I think it's breaking the rules.
How many vegans do you think have sinned?
I think that there's a lot of vegans out there that have accidentally broken the rules.
Have accidentally sinned like that?
Yeah. My next one would be, can vegans drive? Because hear me out, bro. Hear me out. That might seem like so outrageous. Where are you going at with this? Vegans driving? Of course they can drive. Well, hear me out. Oil is dead animals.
Fossil fuels,
bro. It's dead dinosaurs. Hear me out, bro. Hear me out. Oil is dead dinosaurs. You cannot use animal byproducts if you're full vegan.
So if you're full vegan, does that mean you can't drive? You don't drive cars? Don't burn gas? No bus? Just a bike? Just a bike in your feet?
Just a bike.
Bike feet only, no planes?
Nope.
None of
no
that.
planes for you. That's touchy, bro. That's super touchy. Imagine if you were a vegan getting propelled by an oil-based car and you gave your man head and swallowed his animal byproduct.
Oh no.
You committed treason, my friend.
Oh no.
People are doing a survey around the country on the way population handles themselves and speaks and deals with different